Hey everyone, Dr. Troy Dukowitz here, and this is your Monday Office Moment. And today we are talking about creating an anchor. And what we mean by creating an anchor is creating a lasting impression for people. Now, if you've done the things that we've been talking about, exceeding expectations, paying attention to detail, having fun, like those things alone are gonna create a lasting impression on people. But this is, when we're talking about creating a lasting impression, it's like, really, what are the things that you're doing to like leave an imprint on somebody? This is when I adjust, and I've done this for 20 years now. When I'm done adjusting, I say thank you. Like I'll adjust a C-spine and I'll say thank you. Go ahead and lay on your stomach. And then I'll adjust something else. Oh, nice move, great, thank you. And then I'll adjust maybe one last thing, and then, oh, thank you, great, good, go ahead and hop up. And I learned it from a chiropractor years and years ago that I was an associate with. And I don't even know why she was saying it, but I just started saying it. And then I turned it into my own spin, which was I was thanking Innate for allowing me the opportunity to adjust this individual. And so I would say thank you. Now what's so cool about this is then I started adjusting kids in my own practice and we started growing, I had parents come in and saying, I gotta thank you because my kids say thank you now more than ever, and I know it's because of you, because every time you adjust us, you say thank you. So I have to thank you for that. And I was like, that's a lot of thank yous, but you're welcome. But it left a lasting impression. It's neuro-linguistic programming, right? Like we're programming people and with these subliminal messages or whatever you want to call it, like that it's just making an indentation within their psyche that they're leaving with us. That now they've had a great experience, but they're also repeating things that you and I are saying. That's why some people don't like it, and I'm like, whatever. Like the power is on. I love the expression because when you've been feeling dead and now you feel alive, the freaking power is on. And so I'll make that comment to people, and here's the thing, like that leaves a lasting impression because then they come in 4 months from now and they go, man, I need you to turn my power on. Yeah, baby, because you say it over and over again, over again. It's like, what's your signature line? What is your gig? Like you're laying on my table, like if I do this when you're laying on the table, guess what people do? They hop up. I've had to push people back down, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not done yet. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you do that, and I'm supposed to get up. Because they're like Pavlov's dogs, right? They like, boom, they're up, they're ready to go. And it's like, because we have them trained. So what are you doing to create a lasting impression? Now, if you do everything we've talked about anyway, you're gonna create a lasting impression. But the beauty of what Disney World has done is that they create a lasting impression in everything we do. I mean, everything that they do, everything they do, because when you go there, there's some experience that you have that just sticks with you and you'll never forget it. And I can look at all the years that I've been there, and there's always something that just sticks with me for what it is that they do. It creates a lasting impression. It's also why we keep going back. It's why I like to go to nice restaurants where they have an experience for me. It's why I like to go, hell, it's why we go boating, because it has a lasting impression on us. That has nothing to do with anyone else other than nature and God and the water and the boat and my family. It creates a lasting impression. People continue to do things that create an impression in their lives. So what is your signature line? What are you saying to people when you're done adjusting them? Are you like, all right, you're done, we'll see you later, dude? Or are you like, there's certain people that when they hop off the table, it's a hug. Like that's just what we do. We've done it for 20 years. They hop off, we embrace, it's a hug. There's other people, it's walk out, arm around them. There's other people, we kind of do want to, like when you walk next to somebody, you kind of like nudge them with your shoulder, you kind of lean into them type of a thing. Like it's like these little things, and you might not think a lot of them, but these are things that create connection and they create a lasting impression. And they will start, because they've been around you so much, they will start talking this way when they're out in public and be like, where'd you get that from? And oh, from my chiropractor. Because they start to pick up on your cues. So what is it that you're doing to create a lasting impression for people? And again, if your answer is, dude, we're doing everything you told us to for the last few weeks, awesome, way to go. I'm proud of you. But if you're realizing, especially docs, like after an adjustment, if you're not doing something that kind of signifies the adjustment's over, if you're not doing something to let them walk out and like think about chiropractic, like if you remember, they remember the last thing they talked about. So if you're just deep in conversation with them, they don't remember the adjustment. So you need something that connects them back to the adjustment if you've had personal talk with them. So what is it that you're saying even when they get off the table? That can create a lasting impression. Because if they start to get off the table and the last thing they remember is just random conversation they're having with you, they're having conversations with you like they would any other friend. They will leave you eventually. And then you look at the front desk and what are you doing to create a lasting impression? Don't hold them up. Don't keep them there for 25 minutes. You make the appointment, but make sure you say something that brightens their day. Have a fantastic day. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We're so excited to see you. We'll see you next time. Like, what are you saying? And it comes back to details, and it comes back to culture, and it comes back to fun. It comes back to all these things wound up into this one final piece of what are you doing to create an anchor for people so they never forget you. And when they're out and somebody mentions chiropractic, it's not that they think about like, oh, I should bring up my chiropractor. It's like it comes out of their mouth before they even have to think about it because they're so in love with you and the service that you provide. So what are the anchors? And this is just an awareness type exercise. What are the anchors that you need to dip into to make sure that you're ending adjustments with some level of an anchor, that you make sure that you're ending, even talking about reevaluations appropriately. So it's focused on the reeval, not anything else. What is your staff doing to end a visit? What is your new patient advocate doing to end a reevaluation or end a reported findings? What are those signature lines and anchors that we have that can be embedded in someone's psyche that they know, number one, the adjustment's over. Number two, the visit's over. Number three, that they've done really well. Number four, that they're really connected to you. Take a look at those different areas. And again, these are those small details that make a huge, huge difference. Drop that takeaway down below. And if you already know what they are, share them with us as well. But don't give up on the exercise. Roll up your sleeves and go deeper so we can continue this path of exceeding expectations. I'm Dr. Troy Digwitz. This has been your Monday Office Moment. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.